So have you ever come across a place way too good to be true? I'm Kelli Lang here with REMAX Gateway, here to introduce you to Shelter Bay. Hey, it's Kelli Lang here, and I'm outside of Shelter Bay, which is such an amazing community here in this small town, LaConner, Washington. So some of the amenities that come with Shelter Bay that people may not know is an amazing new marina right in your backyard. So it's boaters, haven, and delight. So a lot of people ask me what it's like to live in Shelter Bay, and it seems like such a great sense of community here. They have a ton of activities. Just right behind me, they were doing a yoga class this morning, which is incredible. You've got the pool right here to my right, which is awesome as well if you've got grandkids that want to come over and play in the pool. It's one of the rare communities that has a lot of amenities to offer, plus a brand new marina right in your backyard. Just across the Rainbow Bridge sits Shelter Bay, a hidden waterfront community that offers a lifestyle unlike almost anywhere else in Western Washington. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why so many people fall in love with living here. I'm Kelli Lang with Team Kelli Lang at REMAX Gateway, and today we're exploring not only everything that makes LaConner such a beautiful place to visit, but more importantly, why Shelter Bay has quietly become one of Skagit County's most desirable waterfront communities. So let's go take a look. One of my favorite things about this area is that your experience really begins before you even arrive. As you make your way into LaConner, the scenery starts to change. Busy highways give way to winding roads through fertile Skagit Valley farmland. It's a reminder that you're leaving behind the rush of everyday life and heading somewhere that moves at its own pace. Then just ahead, you'll see one of the area's most recognizable landmarks, the Rainbow Bridge. It's hard to overstate how iconic this bridge is. Towering above the Swinomish Channel, it connects historic downtown LaConner with Shelter Bay, while also serving as the gateway for thousands of boats traveling through these waters every year. Crossing this bridge never gets old. On one side, you'll catch incredible views of fishing boats, sailboats, and the marinas that make this community so unique. On a clear day, you'll even spot Mount Baker standing tall in the distance, creating one of those Pacific Northwest views that reminds you why so many people choose to call this region home. And while most visitors continue straight into downtown LaConner, today we're taking a different turn. Welcome to Shelter Bay. The first thing you'll probably notice is just how peaceful everything feels. The streets are lined with mature trees, beautifully maintained landscaping, and homes that blend naturally into their environment instead of competing against it. You don't hear constant traffic. Instead, you'll hear birds, the breeze move through the trees, and maybe even the gentle sound of the boat masts tapering together in the marina. It's the kind of neighborhood where people take evening walks, wave to their neighbors, and genuinely know the people who live around them. That's becoming harder and harder to find these days. Shelter Bay isn't just another subdivision. It's a thoughtfully planned waterfront community built around recreation, nature, and connection. Everything here feels intentional. The parks, walking trails, the marina, the golf course, community spaces all work together to create a lifestyle that's about much more than simply owning a home. It's about enjoying where you live. So one of the questions we get asked a lot about is the lease here in Shelter Bay. So it's the common question. The lease expires in 2044, and they're in negotiations for renewal on that lease. Shelter Bay has a lot to offer, and there's a lot of great community members that live here that would be happy to educate you about the lease and the opportunities of living in Shelter Bay. The marina is truly the heart of the community. Whether you're an avid boater, a fisherman, someone who loves kayaking, or simply enjoys watching boats come and go with a cup of coffee in hand, this marina creates an atmosphere that's difficult to describe until you've experienced it for yourself. Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning. Instead of loading up your car and driving somewhere to relax, you simply walk down to your boat. Within minutes, you're cruising through the Swinomish Channel on your way towards Deception Pass, the San Juan Islands, or one of the countless quiet coves scattered throughout the Puget Sound. For many homeowners here, that's not a vacation. That's just another weekend. Even if boating isn't your hobby, there's something incredibly calming about living near the water. Watching the tides change, seeing wildlife pass through, hearing seabirds overhead, it naturally slows your pace and makes everyday life feel just a little less stressful. As we continue exploring Shelter Bay, you're going to see that the marina is just the beginning. This community offers amenities that surprise almost everyone who visits for the first time, and that's where we're heading next. So super awesome here. We ran into Derek with the harbor master of Shelter Bay.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about what it's like to bring your boat in here and who gets to keep their boat in Shelter Bay?
Yeah, well, okay, so residents will get first priority on our wait list. Right now we have about 30% resident, the rest are non-resident right now.
Is there a waiting list to
Yes,
get
right now we do have a waiting list.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
So you can reach out to the Shelter Bay community or call the harbor master number.
Okay, so you have the marina, and then different owners have their own private docks in here, correct?
Yes, right.
Yeah, we sell a lot of houses in here, and it seems like, you know, sometimes the docks are shared, and sometimes people have docks that have 3 sides on it,
Right.
but you guys don't have anything to do with managing that, right?
Oh, we do. We check for boaters registration and insurance for that.
Oh, okay, great.
And if they have to do any kind of updating on their docks, they go to the harbor committee and apply for that.
So why would boaters love having their boat here in Shelter Bay?
Well, it's very quiet. It's very sheltered, as in the name, and rates right now are a little lower than LaConner.
Yeah.
It's just a nice, beautiful, nice new docks.
And you can boat downtown LaConner and go have lunch, right?
Yep, of course.
It's
Only about
incredible,
5-10
right? I love it. We got the community members piping in about the boating around here. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a nice, safe, quiet community here.
And it only takes, I mean, by boat, I would say, depending on if you have a speedboat or a sailboat, but I mean, what, 10 minutes to get to
10 minutes. Oh,
yeah,
Deception Pass?
Deception Pass,
Yeah,
too.
about 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. And we have the Sound of Freedom going on right now there.
Yeah.
I love it. One of the things that surprises most people about Shelter Bay is just how much there is to do without ever leaving the neighborhood. A lot of communities advertise a lifestyle, but here it generally feels like one. Whether you're retired, working remotely, raising a family, or simply looking for a quieter pace of life, Shelter Bay offers amenities that become part of your everyday routine rather than something you only use once in a while. Just a short distance away, you'll find the community clubhouse, and this is really where neighbors become friends. Throughout the year, the clubhouse hosts everything from holiday celebrations and community dinners to fitness classes, clubs, hobby groups, and social gatherings. It's a place where residents quickly become part of the community and longtime neighbors continue building friendships that often last for years. When people talk about having a real sense of community, this is exactly what they mean. It's easy to think of buying a home as simply finding the right floor plan or the perfect view, but the people around you matter just as much. Shelter Bay has built a reputation for being welcoming, active, and engaged, and you can feel this almost immediately when you spend time here. During the warmer months, another popular gathering spot is the community swimming pool. Picture yourself spending a sunny summer afternoon relaxing poolside while taking in views of the surrounding trees and nearby water. One of the things I love most about this community, though, is the recreation isn't limited to organized activities. Sometimes the best part of living here is simply taking a walk. Shelter Bay has quiet streets, wooded walking paths, neighborhood parks, and waterfront viewpoints that encourage you to slow down and enjoy your surroundings. It's the kind of place where being outside becomes part of your daily routine instead of something you have to make time for. And of course, when you live in the waterfront community, you expect to spend time near the water. Shelter Bay offers several private waterfront areas and beach access points where residents can launch a kayak, a paddleboard along the shoreline, cast a fishing pole, or simply sit on a piece of driftwood and enjoy the view. There's something incredibly peaceful about watching the tide roll in while eagles soar overhead and boats quietly pass through the channel. Moments like that are hard to put a price on. So, Jim, how long have you lived in Shelter Bay?
I've lived here 15 years.
Oh my, that's a long time. What brought you to LaConner?
Well, I've been in LaConner for 50 years.
Oh my gosh, so you love it here?
Yes, we do.
So what do you love so much about Shelter Bay and living in this community?
I guess it's just the atmosphere, the trees and the way it's laid out. So there's a lot of greenery around. And,
yeah. Were you ever a boater?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had a boat years ago. So it was really convenient to have it here. But I used to have a boat on here, so it was nice to be able to just go down, jump in the boat, and go out and get a couple of crab or...
Oh, you know it. The crab's amazing.
Go salmon fishing and stuff.
There seems to be a really good sense of community here, too. A lot of activities, people out walking, and a great way to make some friends.
Yes. There are a lot of activities going on.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. As we've been exploring today, you may have also noticed something else about Shelter Bay. It doesn't feel crowded. Even though you're only minutes from downtown LaConner, the neighborhood maintains a calm, private atmosphere that many buyers are searching for. You have space to breathe, room to enjoy nature, and the convenience of being close to everything without feeling like you're in the middle of it. And that's really what makes this community stand out. You're not just choosing between peaceful waterfront living and having access to restaurants, shopping, art galleries, and local events. You get both. In just a few minutes, you can leave the quiet streets of Shelter Bay, cross back over the Rainbow Bridge, and find yourself right in the heart of one of Washington's most charming waterfront towns. So one of the great things about living in Shelter Bay is you're only 5 minutes to downtown La Conner, Washington. La Conner is a quaint little community, has amazing shops and restaurants and cafes. You have to head down to La Conner to explore it. As beautiful and peaceful as Shelter Bay is, one of the biggest advantages of living here is that you're never far from everything La Conner has to offer. In fact, it's less than a 5-minute drive from your door to get to one of the most charming waterfront downtowns anywhere in Washington state. And that's really something that really changes the way you experience everyday life. Instead of planning a day trip, this becomes your neighborhood. Need to grab a coffee, meet a friend for lunch, spend a Saturday afternoon browsing local shops, watch the boats come through the Swinomish Channel. It's all right here. As soon as you arrive in downtown La Conner, you can feel the town's personality. The streets are lined with historic buildings that have been lovingly preserved, colorful flower hanging baskets from lampposts, locally owned boutiques, art galleries, and restaurants that have become favorites for both locals and visitors. It's walkable, welcoming, and full of character. One of those rare places where it feels like every storefront has its own story. One of my favorite things to do is simply park the car and explore on foot. That's really the best way to experience La Conner. As you walk along the first street, you'll find everything from specialty shops and home decor stores to local bookstores, wine shops, galleries featuring local artists from across the Pacific Northwest. Whether you're looking for something specific or just enjoying a leisurely afternoon, there's always something new to discover. It's the kind of place where you'll find friendly faces, fresh seafood, and conversations between neighbors that remind you just how connected the community really is. La Conner has earned a reputation as one of Pacific Northwest's artistic communities. The Museum of Northwest Art brings nationally recognized artists to this small waterfront town, while galleries throughout downtown feature painters, photographers, sculptors, craftsmen whose work reflect the beauty of this region. It's a place where creativity is celebrated and that artistic spirit is woven into the identity of the town itself. And perhaps my favorite place in town is right here at the Swinomish Channel. There is something incredibly relaxing about sitting on a bench watching fishing boats, sailboats, pleasure crafts slowly make their way through the channel. Every boat has a story. Some are heading out to the San Juan Islands, others are returning from a day of fishing or cruising on the Puget Sound. You can sit here for 20 minutes or 2 hours and somehow it never gets old. As you've explored Shelter Bay and La Conner today, you may have started noticing a pattern. Everything is connected. The waterfront lifestyle, the sense of community, the walkable downtown, the outdoor recreation, and the slower pace of life. Individually, each one is appealing, but together they create something that is incredibly difficult to find. A place where everyday life feels just a little bit richer, a little bit calmer, and a lot more intentional. And there's one final reason why so many people choose Shelter Bay over countless other waterfront communities in Western Washington. It's something that most visitors don't realize until they've spent enough time here to truly understand what makes this place so different. So let's come back to the question we asked at the very beginning of the video. What is it that makes Shelter Bay such a special place to live? After spending the day exploring the community, seeing the marina, the parks, the golf course, the walking trails, and everything that downtown La Conner has to offer just minutes away, you might think the answer is one specific feature. Maybe it's the boating, maybe it's the waterfront homes, maybe it's the peaceful streets, or maybe it's just being able to walk through one of Washington's most charming downtowns whenever you feel like it. But after helping families buy and sell throughout Skagit County for years, I realized the answer is actually much simpler than that. It's balance. Shelter Bay gives you something that has become surprisingly difficult to find. Think about what daily life looks like for so many people today. Long commutes, heavy traffic, busy schedules, constant noise. We spend so much of our time rushing from one place to the next that we rarely have a chance to simply enjoy where we are. Shelter Bay feels different. You wake up to the birds instead of the traffic. You can take your morning coffee out on the deck and watch the tide change instead of staring at brake lights. You know your neighbors. You wave to people as you pass them on a walk. You have places to gather, but you also have places to escape. That's a combination that it's becoming increasingly rare. One of the things I hear from clients after they've moved here is how quickly they begin using the amenities they originally thought were just nice extras. The marina isn't just something that they look at, it becomes part of their weekends. The walking trails become part of their evening routines. The restaurants in La Conner become their regular Friday night tradition. Instead of driving across the region searching for things to do, life naturally happens here. And that's something that's hard to appreciate until you experience it for yourself. There's also something special about location. From Shelter Bay, you're close enough to enjoy all the conveniences of Mount Vernon and Burlington when you need shopping, healthcare, or larger services. You're within easy reach of Anacortes with its ferry terminals and access to the San Juan Islands. Yet every time you come home and cross back over the Rainbow Bridge, it feels like you're leaving the busy world behind. For many people, that's exactly what they're looking for. If you're searching for a place where the pace is slower, where the water is always nearby, where neighbors know each other, and where every season brings something beautiful to enjoy, Shelter Bay deserves to be on your list. I think that's why so many people who visit once end up coming back again. Eventually, many decide they don't just want to visit, they want to stay. If you're thinking about making a move to La Conner, Shelter Bay, or anywhere here in Skagit County, I'd love to help you explore your options. If you have questions about the real estate market, want to tour available homes in Shelter Bay, or simply want to learn more about what it's like to live in this incredible area, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to have that conversation. And if you enjoyed this tour, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Team Kelli Lang YouTube channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming community tours. We're visiting neighborhoods all across Skagit and Island counties, from waterfront communities and charming small towns to hidden gems that most people have never heard of. Thank you so much for spending the day with me here in Shelter Bay, La Conner, Washington. I'm Kelli Lang here with REMAX Gateway, excited to help you with all your real estate needs. If you have any questions about Shelter Bay, please feel to DM me or reach out via our website. We're always happy to help.